So we've got a trailer called Cocaine Bear, which it seems like movies are just being made off of like Reddit posts now. Because I know exactly what this movie is in terms of like, so there's, I mean, it's not originating from a Reddit post. It's like a real life thing that happened where like, the joke is a bear. So there was like some cocaine shipment that got lost from a plane, and a bear ripped open the package and ate some of the cocaine and then died like pretty shortly after. And the Reddit post, which was what made it a meme, was saying for about an hour before it died, it was the most powerful apex predator on the planet. Just imagine a bear on cocaine. And so in reality, probably the bear had a bad time and just died a horrible death, and it was all suffering and nothing funny about it. But there was a funny Reddit post after, right? Yeah, wholesome 100 Reddit Chungus moment. Big Chungus, the biggest Chungus you might have, the most powerful apex Chungus on the planet for about an hour. It is kind of sad. It's not even like funny, but somebody made it funny in the context of a Reddit post. So Universal Pictures decided to make a movie out of this, which is crazy. Because it was just like kind of like a text meme Reddit thing. And it's more crazy that it's Universal Pictures. And this seems to be like kind of a growing trend, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, because I found myself often wishing that major studios paid more attention to the internet. And I'm like, okay, so you look at a film like The Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford, and you've got, what was it, the game dev from No Man's Sky that tweeted out this iconic tweet where he used some of the promotional footage, and he said, release the cut of the movie with just the dude pretending to be a dog. And, I'm finding myself saying, you idiots, why don't you release that cut? Because obviously it got enough internet attention that it showed people wanted that. Also, it'd be very funny, right? The Call of the Wild, I don't even need to look up the box office numbers. I'm assuming it didn't do great. I'm assuming it didn't do, like, it looks like shit. The CGI dog looks like shit. It doesn't look real. It's like holding that fucking piece of paper in its mouth, like, it's just like clipping into it like you pick up an item in a video game. And all these behind the scenes footage people are like, oh yeah, this is genius, actually. Oh. And so it's just embarrassing. And it's really not that difficult to just exist in reality and have an account on any social media platform, which these companies do and they pay people to have. It's not that difficult to be able to pick up things of like, oh, this is what people want, right? And so you look at something like that, it's like, oh, if they had released the cut of just the guy pretending to be the dog without the CG, there would be a lot of people buying that movie right now. If you release that as like a featurette on the Blu-ray, that Blu-ray would sell like hotcakes, okay? Like it would sell. That is something that people would buy. I would encourage people to buy. If they release that shit, I would be making a video on my channel being like, this is cool, okay? Buy this movie. If they just did shit like that and recognize the public consciousness of like, oh, this, it might not be normal, but we should release this because this is something that people want. So I find myself often feeling that way. However, this is Cocaine Bear, and we will see what this is like. Because this is an example of a major studio kind of dipping their toes into, oh, let's do what Reddit wants us to do. Although I'm not sure anybody asked for a movie of this, is, I guess, my reservation about this, is that it was just a Reddit post that was popular and it was kind of a meme. But I don't think anybody was like, yeah, we should see a movie about Cocaine Bear. So let's see how this is.
Medic! Oh, Jesus. What is that?
By the way, I should point out, Bud Light is shit. I'm holding it in front of the camera. It's awful. It's fucking sucks. The only reason I'm drinking it is because I'm in a new place and some people left it here at a party that the previous roommates had, and they were just in the fridge and no one was drinking it. And I said, I will not waste that. And instead of throwing things out and being a wasteful person, I am drinking it. So that's the only reason I'm drinking it, because otherwise it is shit. I would not drink it normally. Thank you. That's a weird shot. I don't like how it came out of there. Oh, God. The way it kind of just, yeah, ugh, that's not a good shot. Oy. Doesn't look good. It's not the worst CGI bear in terms of, like, what the bear looks like, but in terms of how it came out of the shadows, that's not good. That was just like a weird kind of crop feathered fade effect.
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry.
I feel like this would have a bit more charm to it if it didn't say Universal Studios on the front. But who knows? Like, I don't know. Like, if this were like a Sundance movie, you know, if this were a movie by the Daniels, you know, if the Daniels made this movie, then I might be like a bit more like, ooh, cool. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine
Inspired by true events. That's such a shit thing to put there.
was lost. I need you to go and get it.
This has a lot of money behind it. Like, that's a quality CG bear. This is insane how much money is behind Cocaine Bear. And yes, Ray Liotta. Yes. Oops.
No.
I wish I saw this in 4K, but studios are fucking pussies.
Don't eat that.
I don't like how it eats the cocaine also. This is kind of stupid. I don't like how it just eats it like a hoagie.
Let's see what kind of effect that has on.
Let's see what kind of effect that has. That's a funny line. It's not a bad line.
The bear, it fucking did cocaine.
Like, you just die.
A bear did cocaine.
Is it gonna continue to do cocaine, or is it gonna be like, is it gonna continue doing cocaine, or is it just gonna last a long time, or how long does this movie take place for? Because cocaine doesn't last forever.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was far.
Hey.
It's not like a bad tone for the trailer in terms of like what it's doing with the music, you know. It's not bad in terms of how it's marketing itself for what movie it is.
That's inappropriate.
It's clearly a campy thing. I'm just shocked that this is like a major studio like Universal doing this. And perhaps this is a step in the right direction. Like, perhaps this is not a bad thing. I'm kind of leaving myself open to whatever it decides to be. Like, well, the trailer is not necessarily what the movie is. It gives you a hint, it gives you an idea, but
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
you're an idiot.
Of course I can.
Yeah. Like, that's a quality fucking CG bear model. Like, this is like really good. Like, that's the most shocking part about this. Like, this is The Revenant was fucking awesome, but mostly because of how they used it, not necessarily the quality of the model itself. You know, that was like what year was that? 2015. Like, this is not a bad model for a bear at all. Like, we'll see what it looks like in not compressed YouTube 1080p. 1080p. Oh yeah, more expression than anything from The Lion King 2019, I know. But Yeah, I understand Sonex. Like, it screams Reddit because it is, but it's also like a bit more high effort than something that is just purely pandering to Reddit. And so I'm kind of like on the fence about this one. I'm not necessarily voice crack. I'm going through puberty again. Sorry. I'm not necessarily like entirely opposed to this. I'm going to have to see this one and just see what it's like.
Oh shit.
Like, I'm gonna look up the director after this. I'm pretty sure I did before, but I don't remember. Hopefully it's like kind of gory. Hopefully it's like, you know, there's some good kills or something.
Kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
Hey, Pat.
The fact that it's trying to be like kind of soy Reddit means that like the story might not be satisfying in every direction. Like there might be, if it has fun gore and fun kills and it goes and it pushes the boundaries a bit, that's all I would hope for. Is if it's just like, oh, you know, like not sugarcoating or not like kind of pussing out. If it's not cowardly about it, if the kid dies, that would be awesome. That would be like ideal for this movie, is like they kill a child in the movie. That would make it a cool movie. I'm not going to expect that much because no movie ever does that. But we'll see. It's not gonna, I feel like the trailer from what I'm looking at the trailer, it seems like maybe higher than a 3 out of 10. I don't think it looks that bad.
Ex-predator. High on cocaine.
It has the potential to be like extremely annoying. It has that potential, but it doesn't seem that bad.
Out of its mind.
See, like you're gonna have to censor that for like the fucking highlight. Like that's pretty cool. It doesn't even say Red Band trailer. Did it even say Red Band at the top here? What's the timestamp? 150. It's just on the Universal Pictures account. It didn't even say Red Band. You know, that's a gory shot. Like that's something that you should communicate to people who want to, like, obviously you're pandering towards people who want to see that sort of thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear?
Shoot it, man!
It's like it's almost like Universal's version of like Sharknado, where it's like we're making a stupid movie where there's a killer animal and we know it's bad, but like there's a bit more production value to this than Sharknado, obviously.
Straight up! Higher, baby, and don't ever come down!
I'm not opposed to this, but I am skeptical.
We have such good luck in nature.
I just don't want them to puss out, you know? I just don't want them to do something like cowardly. Like pretend the child is in danger and then they're actually not, because it's like every other movie and the child's not in danger. You know? We'll see what happens. I have no idea what that's going to be. I'm not making any kind of definitive statements.